All right, good evening. Certainly hope and pray that all is well. Hope you had a wonderful day or that are having a wonderful day. Okay. Got a different deck here I'm going to use tonight. So last night I did a talk about uh, being approached here by this young man at a gym who I felt was sent by these people who continue to try to stalk and harass and whatever. You know, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna leave that alone. And same old girl did some more of her work last night, which made me think of something. I remember a long time ago, right? So I'll talk about who has this terrible odor when she astral projects. Me and her was, talking, hanging out a little bit here and there. I mentioned her. And one night, this is before I was knowledgeable or aware of what was happening. Oh man, I had a hard night, man. I mean, it was challenging. I couldn't sleep. Mind didn't feel right. Felt like I was about to lose my mind all night. I'm doing my spiritual work, whatnot. It's like, wow, what was that? Okay. I believe it was the very next day, or maybe 2 days later, that young lady, me and her were talking. We were at the gym, we were talking, and she told me she was just telling me, she had the exact same experience the same night that I did. And I'm listening to her telling me what was happening to her that night. And I was like, that happened to me too, the same night. So now I realize what was done. This girl here who won't leave me alone, is Bleeding Z. I believe she did some magic on both of us that night. This is when I was talking to the girl. Okay. I said, oh, because she couldn't stand her. They couldn't stand each other. I said, oh, that's what that was. She was trying to, she was doing her black magic on both of us that same night. But anyway, all right. So I've talked about AI on here a little bit and how I feel like, the things that, the information that comes out with AI is information that's input into the system, okay? And how, things will come up on your, maybe your feed, your whatever, your Google search and whatever, things that you think about or talk about and whatnot. And bam, there it is. Okay, you input in some kind of way. It's constantly picking up on what we're saying, what we're doing. Everything's following us all the time. Okay. So I was talking about this guy from this gym, right? Yesterday, who I was like last night, which I was like, they sent this motherfucker. Okay. I never said his name. So today I'm on my feed, various points of the day, and I see his name twice. Never. There's a celebrity who I think a professional athlete that has the same name. Never seen anything about that. I don't follow sports or anything like that, so that's not anything that I would ever look at. Okay. So I'm like, oh, well, one was an athlete about an athlete. The other one, I can't remember what the other one was, but nevertheless, the name was again. I was like, look at this. So I never said this man's name. Never said his name. Okay. Now, I did speak to someone about the person through the internet 2 weeks ago. So I said that person's name 2 weeks ago to someone, that I communicate with on here once. But that came up last night, right? I mean, that came up today. So we're talking about 2 weeks later. And here was I was talking about this person last night, but again, never said his name. Okay. And I'm like, okay. At first I was like, whatever. I was so sleepy today. Okay. I slept a good portion at the beginning, I mean, earlier in the day, till about 3 o'clock. Whatever. I'm too sleepy to care, you know. And then, got myself up, got myself together, whatever. And then I'm seeing this person's name again, same short. Okay, in the other video, same shit. Even though I think I had probably refreshed my feed. Okay, but you know. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously it's not these motherfuckers here. Okay. That have been stalking, harassing me, following me, doing a black magic on me. Okay, of course I do think and believe that the people who have engaged in this here towards me to try to destroy me and siphon and all of that I've been talking about. Okay, targeting me basically, which has been pretty much all my life, but basically, obviously, their powers, quote unquote, that are higher than them. Okay, they're probably. I really don't think all of them. I think this lady who raised me. Okay, maybe my dad. Okay, paid them. Okay, to do these things here. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so they don't have the power here to manipulate the YouTube feed here. Okay, and I've never said this motherfucker's name. Okay, so obviously it happens. This is not the first time this kind of thing has happened. Most of the time, I just ignore it. Most of the time I ignore it, like whatever. Whatever. But I'm gonna speak to it this time because I'm like, okay, it's sometimes you kind of feel like, well, enough is enough. Okay, let me speak to it. Let me see what I can generate from this here. What can I glean from this? What can I learn from this? What do I need to know about this? What can I find out about this? What can I figure out about this, etc., etc. Okay. So again, these lower level people who have been paid and programmed to try to destroy me, so on and so forth, they ain't manipulating the feed. Okay. So who is? Okay. Now you could just say, well, YouTube, but I think we know and understand, at least some of us do, that YouTube is just like, to me, like these apps are just I guess you could call it like a psychological operations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? On people. Okay. So it reminds me of one time when I was talking to Brown Joe Bellamy about text. She used to there was this doctor that she used to watch on here. I never watched him, and she would text me talking about, look, sis, he's watching me because he's talking about, the title of his video would be something that she had talked about. Okay. And I was just, I didn't think nothing of it necessarily. I was just like, oh, okay, It's this game, I feel like, that's being played to. This is where I'm at with it right now. Okay. Just like I was saying yesterday about these, celebrities that might, astral project to telepathically communicate with you, and before you know, you thinking you're having some kind of real relationship with this person, and you're not. Okay, you have a relationship, all right. Okay, but it ain't nothing real. Okay, not on their end. Okay, and you walk away thinking, oh, he's my divine masculine. He's gonna come and sweep me away and marry me. No, after he get done screwing you and bothering you, astrally, he's gonna go to the next woman's house who's thinking the same thing. Okay, it will never materialize into anything beyond that. Okay, years and years and years, and they ain't never DM'd you or anything. Let me bring you out to where I am and pursue you real late. Come on now. Okay, psychological games and operations. I would think, especially, I can't say with everybody, but I definitely would think, especially on people, women in the spiritual community. I'm not saying it doesn't happen to men. Okay, in a spiritual community who, you know, well, who I want to say may feel like they have special gifts or special powers, intuitive and so on and so forth. And I'm not quite sure. I think I want to say, okay, I think we all have these gifts, quote unquote gifts, which I'm not quite sure they're gifts. Okay. Um, but we all have intuition. Okay. Um, and some of this other stuff, the smell, the hearing, and the tasting, and clairvoyant, clear, whatever it's called. Okay. Maybe some of those things may be stronger, and okay, some of those things, some of them may be stronger in some people more so than others, or the reason what I'm thinking now at this point is those things that we call gifts like that could possibly be natural innate part of being human for or maybe developed or whatever during times of when we didn't really live like this, when humanity didn't live like this, maybe more so when it was a time of um your senses would be heightened, for purposes of protection. Okay, so may have I'm just gonna leave it like that because I really don't know how to explain it because I'm not 100 on that. Okay. I don't think it's just these things are just for us to say, okay, this who your husband gonna be, this kind of job you're gonna get. you understand what I'm saying? This is what I say. Here's the kind of job you're gonna get. You know, this what your man doing over there. He cheating with that woman. You understand? I don't think those gifts are for those kinds of things. Okay, I think they have a greater purpose, and maybe were meant to be used during times of maybe when people lived more um, in the elements. Okay, and, I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Or maybe, yeah, when maybe live more out in nature. Okay. Like I said, elements and an element in war and dangerous times or more dangerous times, like not so I think we're more shielded now with the way that we live as a civilization, or quote, well, maybe I should say society or world. I hope that makes sense. Okay, because those quote unquote gifts are not there just for mundane things. Okay, they do assist, obviously they help, but they're for more than that, I believe. Okay. Now, I'll probably see a video come across my feed that's talking about that. And if you all send it, thank you. I'll watch it, and that'll give me some more insight as to what I'm thinking. Okay. But back to this, what I was saying. Okay, so I'm seeing this person's name. I'm like, well, I didn't even say this motherfucker's name. I'm seeing his name twice. One with an athlete, and I think the other one was some kind of celebrity too, who I didn't know who the fuck that was. The other one with the athlete, I was like, I know who he is, but I don't even know what sport he plays. I think football, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm like, I never said his name. Okay, so obviously these are not these people here that have been paid to attack and target me. These are because they're not manipulating YouTube. Now, what I was saying about these apps, I think there's, like psychological operations. They're not just made just for, oh, somebody just made an app for, wow, look, we can all stay in touch with each other. Oh, and people can get on here and content create and get paid for it. Wow. No, that's the front of why it's there. Okay. They're there for much more, it's some kind of psychological confirmation, goddamn, some kind of psychological operation. Okay, and like I was saying when she would talk to me, tell me about this doctor. Look, sis, look, he was listening to me. He watches me, and it's like, well, he probably does. You know what I'm saying? But not for the reason that you think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't think that back then. Back then, I didn't think shit about it. But now it's like, no, probably is watching you. Okay, but not for the reason that you think. It's probably done to make you think and believe something that yourself to be something that you're not. These are games that are played, and I do think, especially on those. I can't say for others. Okay, outside of this particular. What is this content in terms of the spiritual content here? Okay, but those people that made us believe, I'm a this or I'm a that, and I've got these gifts, so on and so forth. Okay, then here are these. I'm so important, I'm so powerful, I'm so blah, 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 this, that, and other. And then they will do these types of things, I feel like, to play with your mind, play with the mind, okay? So all the more to kind of reinforce the thing of you feeling that you are some supreme being or some supreme something other that hovers over everyone else, okay? Or that you're greater than everyone else, okay? That you have some kind of special powers or something that other people don't have, okay? And that you're some great fictitious rather, deity, okay, that really probably never existed. No proof anywhere that they existed. Okay, now there is a man on here that I was watching, but it's a little boring for me, or kind of hard to keep up. That he feels that there is proof that these deities existed, and he finds it through fossils and stuff like that. Okay, but nevertheless, so I'm like, okay, so what's the operation? Okay, what's the fucking game? Okay. Why are you bothering me? Okay. And then it's like when I look at those people, like, okay, I always use like Jesus as an example and Siddhartha Gautama as an example, because both of them, their attitude was like what Jesus said. Jesus healed the sick, raised the dead, gave 5,000 loaves of bread to whatever, five loaves of bread to thousands of people, etc., etc. Okay. But what did he say? Greater works than these will you do. Okay. He didn't say only you or only you over there with the great power. You ain't gonna be able to do it because you got less power than that right there. No. He just said greater works than these will you do. Okay. And even Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha, told his followers, don't, on as if that this is not about my enlightenment. This was my enlightenment. You find your own. Okay. Don't listen to my words. Okay. This was my path. Okay. The point is for you to find out what you need to become enlightened to. Okay. Not only that follower over there because he got the power, but you can forget it right there because you ain't got the power. You understand what I'm saying? No. Okay. They were. This is for everyone. Okay. That's that's a cultural thing. That's a Western cultural ideology of one being superior to the other, someone being greater than the others. That war culture. That comes from a culture and a mindset of war. Okay. All right. I'm getting hot. Now, for those who don't believe me, because I know you got a hard time thing, you think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, some of you. Or you just simply don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can read some of Dr. Laila Africa's work where he talks about that. The Western culture being that of a war-based culture. Okay. whatever the culture is the mindset of the people. Okay, we're not separate from it. Okay, nevertheless, so I'm looking. I'm like, okay, this is yeah, yeah. You do this. Whatever these greater powers are that be that watch my channel, um, and sub to me from these weird fucking channels. Okay. Um, apparently watch me on the dark web. Probably got more views on there. Well, apparently I do, from what someone told me who was able to crack into it. I don't know how. Okay. I don't want to. Okay, I have no interest going over in that world. Okay, who watch me from there. Okay, and who are studying me. Sometimes I laugh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. I'm not talking about you low-level motherfuckers here that decided to stalk me and harass me. Okay, all right. I guess I wondered the lady who raised me. Did she tell y'all she was getting the most pay out of the shit? She was getting paid. Okay, but nevertheless, anyway, yeah. So I laugh sometimes. You know, if I'm digging my panties out my booty or some shit like that. I wonder did they see that? You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. But anyway, you know, I'm tending to myself, cleaning myself in various things. And well, if they're watching, they're watching shit. What can I do, motherfuckers? So they're probably doing the same thing, okay? Digging in their nose right now, okay? And eating their boogers. All right. You know, when I worked in the schools, these little children, I swear to God, it was so disgusting. I mean, all of them, all of them. I think they finally stopped by the time they was in the fourth grade. Well, by the time I go to the fourth grade room, I wouldn't see it no more. But from the kindergarten all the way up, every school I was in, every colored child, it didn't matter. And I was just like, oh my God, get a tissue. I mean, they did it shamelessly. You know, they didn't try to hide it and shit. I mean, like when I was in school, when I was a kid, kids would try to hide it. They ain't try to hide shit. Just out in the room, you know, in front of everybody. It was just like, oh my God, please go get a tissue. Please, motherfucker. Okay, but anyway, so I'm like, you know, I stated before, I haven't signed any paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? I haven't signed anything, you know, but you motherfuckers don't care. You're like, bitch, you don't have to sign nothing. We got you in the program, bitch. You're on the list, okay? For whatever fucking reason. I don't know. Maybe there are some of us who have more powers than others. Okay, they're studying our fucking asses, all right? But at the same time, those little things, maybe everybody are doing it too, for all I fucking know. I don't know. Okay, but I want to see tonight because again, so I'm thinking these are probably like you all like to say 3-letter agencies that are doing this shit. Now, I was listening to someone and they were saying that the FBI is over what is like crime and stuff like that. I met a guy who used to work for the FBI. He was, what was he, 80 something? Was he 70? No, he was 82 years old. He had just turned 82. And I swear he looked all of about like maybe 60 something. Older white guy. I mean, I was like, wow, he looked so good. He had worked in, he was a Marine. He had been a Marine. And he told me what he did in that. Okay, and then he told me how he went to he lived in New Jersey, but he worked in Manhattan. I said, "What did you do?" You know, Manhattan. He said, "Oh, for the FBI." I was like, "What?" You know, and I told him that I had been a flight attendant. He said, "Oh, did you all ever get any like threats?" You know, and I said, "Oh no, I was on the propellers, honey. I was on them small plane shit. I was going from from no name Ohio to no name, you know, Maine. Okay, we wasn't going no motherfucking way. Okay, and he He told me, he said, yeah, I asked, he said, because, there were some situations that they stopped, that they were able to intervene and stop, as far as some terroristic type hijacking and shit of the planes. And but this was like, I think he said in maybe the 80s or the 90s. He said when the FBI was really the FBI. Okay. So anyway, that was really interesting. Okay, and then I first whoever I was into, they used to do the CIA is more like those psychological operations and stuff. So that's all this shit is, these apps and whatnot. Okay, see what people are going to do. See, how they're going to move. See what's going to happen to the minds of, not just the youth, but the middle age, the older people, everybody. And what's going to happen to them, how they're going to be influenced by it, what it's going to do to society. Just experiments and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I shouldn't say just like it's nothing, but that's what it is. Okay. So anyway. So I would love to say, oh, what a coincidence. But I'm like, it's not a fucking coincidence. Okay. It would be one thing if you said the person's name, but you didn't say his fucking name. Okay. So let's see what we can glean from this. That was what I was trying to say last night when I was talking about the guy, and I heard the reader, what she said about, somebody think about your 3 a.m. Well, see, that definitely was a red flag, because who and whatever this group is, and whoever and whatever runs this group, I'm not saying that reader is a part of it. I don't fucking know. It's like, well, I really know it's some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm going to read here from the Necronomicon, because when I look at this deck, it always gives me the feeling of experimentation. Okay. People being experimented on, right? So what do these people want here? Okay, first of all, let me ask. Okay, me seeing this young man's name on my feed, the name of the guy that I met at the gym that I talked about last night, was that just a coincidence? Well, that's no for me if you're new here. Of course it wasn't. They're gone now. Of course it wasn't a coincidence, okay? Now, definitely the people who here, people that I've known, quote unquote family, some blood, others me discovering they're not. Did they manipulate that in any way? Of course not. No, they didn't. Okay. So, is this one of them 3-letter agencies? Okay. All right. And we already talked about which one does is the ones that do the psychological operations on people. Of course. Okay. All right. Now, of course, I'm not the only person that it's being done to. Okay. Is this some kind of experiment to see how I will respond and react to it? Okay. Thank you. Stop, please. What, to see if I'm gonna go crazy or some shit like that? Okay. No. Okay. Now, me naturally, I would have thought that's what it was going. That's what it's for. Okay. But I'm getting that. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I'm hearing something. So one time, I did, when I was doing my dark out readings, my blackout readings, I could have sworn I titled the reading question 2, but I went back looking for it and I didn't see it. Okay. Shit, I said, did they take the motherfucker down? Okay, because I don't see it, because I'm pretty damn sure that's what I titled the reading. And I looked and I looked and I watch, it'll pop up. Now, if I go look, it'll be there. Unprivated motherfuckers. She's done figured out we took the shit down. Okay, but there was a night that it wasn't like I was asleep, but I wasn't like It was like I was in some other kind of realm or whatever, and I heard, it's almost like as I was waking up. Okay, best way I could describe it. I heard question two, and I said, okay, I don't know, where am I? Okay, who is this? Okay, someone's asking me some fucking questions. Okay, and I'm responding to them. I would imagine, because the lady said question two. She didn't say question one. So I said, well, I guess I answered question one. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, where am I at, goddamn? You understand? I'm in a fucking lab somewhere with them things, pressed on. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, so let me get some of these butterfly shuffles in. Just one more. But I didn't hear what the question was. I just heard her say question two. Okay. Just like some shit you see out of a movie. Like I said, these movies, they be telling us, okay, what the deal be being. All right. One shuffle I'm hearing. All right. Okay, what is this? Okay, what are these people doing here? What are they trying to know and trying to find out here? What is that? What do they want? Okay. Here I have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. And the Page of Books. Okay. Uh, mm, I'm hearing like they look at you as, I'm hearing like the earth. Okay. Knowledgeable of the things of the earth. Surroundings, I'm hearing. Okay. They think you know. Okay. They think you have it all. Okay. Because of course they're still searching. Okay. And probably will forever be. Okay. Um, what whatever they can. I'm not so much experimenting, but trying to learn about the earth. Okay, as much as they possibly can. I'm hearing as much as they can possibly know. They want to know what it is that you know. Okay, what it is that you understand. I'm not saying I'm the only person here, or so you understand what I'm saying. But I am reading this for me. Okay, um, what you I'm here understand. Okay, they think that you are knowledgeable of it, but that um, they don't think you know everything. Okay. But you have a wealth of prosperity, I'm hearing, okay, in their mind and in their eyes, okay, and they want to see how much you can find out, okay, to let them know. It's like these people here who are doing this, they're like infants, okay, to this realm, to the earth realm here. I'm not saying these people are aliens and all of that kind of thing, okay? Right. But people that are okay. You have here this woman of color. This woman isn't. Okay. This woman is a color. She is one. You can see she's one with it, with nature itself. Okay, with the earth. Okay, she's knowledgeable of it because she's one with it. Okay, and I am hearing these are a people or a group, a community, I guess you could say, who I am hearing who come from another realm. Okay, and they are not knowledgeable of the things that you're knowledgeable of. I'm hearing in terms of the earth realm. Okay, I'm thinking the earth itself. Yes, they find their knowledge in books. Okay, or it's like they don't they. It's almost like a feeling of being, um, in a sense, opposed to nature. Okay, um, I'm here in direct opposition. Okay, of things that are natural. Okay, okay. I'm here like they don't understand it. I'm here they flee from it even. Okay, so yeah, these people may be from. Well, I did hear they're not. They're not of this world, not of this realm. Okay, and I'm here. You think you know. You think you understand who runs. Um, who runs the world. They've run the world, or they've come in species. I'm hearing another species and taken over. Okay. They want to know. Okay, and they want to know what it is you know. Okay, so they try to get in your head. They try to play these little games. Okay, mind games to try to figure out what it is that you know. There's something about gender here, male and female, masculine and feminine. Maybe not so much gender, but the masculine and feminine nature. Excuse me. That they are opposed to, either opposed to or not sure how it works in this realm, because whoever these people are, okay, this species here, once again, they come from another realm, another place, okay, another time, another instance. I'm hearing, okay. And I think I did a reading somewhat like this when I was doing those blackout readings, okay, that came through. All right, but let's continue on here. What else here? Okay. Yeah, see with this Nine of Pentacles here in reverse, again, these Pentacles, they don't know how to, like, again, diametrically opposed, I'm hearing, but they don't know how to work with nature. They don't know how to work, you know, with the nature of this world and of this realm. They don't, they're more into, again, the intellect, okay, and again opposed to nature. Not, and I think the opposition is not understanding it. Okay, not understanding how it flows, not flowing with it. Okay, it's just like books, that type of thing. Okay, it's like jazz. You know, jazz was just supposed to be just came, just you just start playing. It just comes from you, just natural. Not okay. I done created this piece and let me write all the music out so that the next time it's played, or for someone else who wants to play, they can play it exactly the way we played the first time. No, that's not what jazz was. Okay, unfortunately, it got into the hands of some others, and that's what they did with it. Okay, but these people, they don't know how to make things grow. They don't know how to make things manifest in nature. Okay, and it kind of makes me think about, you know, whatever this thing is it CERN or whatever, I can't remember what it's called, that where they playing around, doing things to the earth realm to play around with nature, okay, with the weather, okay, which is nature, okay, but though I feel like nature fights back, okay, it's like whatever kind of, okay, return to sender motherfuckers, whatever kind of experiments and shit that they do, okay, that they try to do, it doesn't seem to go in the way that they want it to go. Okay, they can't grow. See, look at this. You got the pentacles here, earth. Okay. Then you got the beakers and the books here. Okay, books, experiments, lab, inside, indoors. This is outdoors, nature. Okay, they try to make things happen through their experiments, through their books, the mind, not allowing them to be one with it and flow with it. Okay, I keep hearing diametrically opposed. Is that the word? Opposed to it. Okay, they don't know how to make it work. Okay, again, here they are in opposition to it, to what's natural. Okay, let's see what else here. What do they want with me? They got the queen. Is that one card? These cards are so thick. Queen of Torches, upright, and what is this? Three of Torches, upright, and then you have fire. Once again, nature. Okay. I'm hearing something about they want to build and bond with you. Okay. They want you to show them the way. Again, I'm not saying I'm the only person. Do please. Okay, want you to show them the way. Okay. Okay, let me put that down for a second. Let me keep on going. Put Seven of Torches here in reverse. These cards are so big, okay? Want you to be open to them, okay? To speak to them, to talk to them, okay? To share with them the abundance of your knowledge, but they're not going to directly okay? Approach you or approach me necessarily. No, it's through the psyops here, the mind games, okay? Through the app. Okay, talk to us. I don't know, but is it a chip in me or some shit like that, or some kind of node somewhere? And I say that because I mentioned yesterday how when I was doing I went to a psychic fair where I was working as a reader, and I met a lady. She was 72. I'm telling you, this lady looked good as hell. And I've seen this lady for, I don't care what she said, when she came over to, she had on a wig, and she came over to me, and she said, when I saw you, I saw your name, I was like, I'm going to go to her. And she came over, and I looked at her, I said, well, haven't I seen you before? Haven't I read for you before? Don't I know you? And she said, oh, no, I've never seen you before. I don't know who you are. And I said to myself, yeah, right. Okay. Her face looked all too fucking familiar. I'm like, I know this lady. Okay. I don't know how. But her hair was different. Okay. She had on a wig. I don't know if it was at another reading that I met her. Okay. I don't know. I don't remember. But nevertheless, we got to talking. And she told me, she said, I know that I can talk to you, and I know that you'll know what I'm talking about. And she was talking about her health, and she said they found it. And I looked at her. She said, you know what I'm talking about? I said, and she said, yeah, she told me, you like a chip or whatever. Okay. I forget what she didn't use the word chip, but I forget the word she used. I said, really? She said, yeah. She said, they found it. A doctor told me, I think she was in Florida, okay, because she's got a lot of health issues. And they did a x-ray on her, or whatever the fuck he did. And he told her, he said, I saw it. Okay. And come to find out, now this woman's 72. She said, from what her story, she said that I believe they put it in me when I was about 3 years old, when she was about 3 years old. Okay. So she's 72. So that would have been what, 69 years ago. So all this shit, this shit ain't new, of course. I mean, like, I'm 53. Of course they was doing that shit, from to my generation. I don't care what they fucking say. Okay. By the time they tell you about it and make it public, they've been doing it for a long time. All right. All right. Let's keep on going here. Okay. So I don't know how doing that type of thing though would. Here we go again with these pentacles. I feel like this is what they want to be. Maybe they want to rule over. They want to take control of the earth. Okay. Now you may say, well, duh, we see that. Okay. But it's not just in the material aspect. Okay. Or the false aspect in terms of the material things, but nature itself, earth itself, not just the resources of the earth, okay, yes, that, but just earth, just period, okay, reign over, control it, take it for us. Okay, I wonder if whoever these people are, if they came from a place in a space where maybe their shit was destroyed or something. All right, because it is giving off, which if we have eyes to see, is giving a spirit of lack, poverty. Okay, and now we finally got something, and we ain't never letting it go. And not only that, we're gonna take it all. Okay, so we have to learn it. Okay, that's what all the National Geographics and all of that type of shit is about. That's all the excavations and archaeologists and stuff. That's what that's all about. Not just to teach you history. Not just to teach, we can put it in the book to teach you history. Teach all the humans the history of the world. Okay, after we displace them from their natural world and realm and their natural habitat. And then we go study their natural habitat and put them in some old false habitat called a goddamn school building, and put it in the book and tell them, okay, this is what this was from whence you come. No, and those people already probably know. Okay, no, because it's in their being, because they're one with it. that this type of energy is not being born with it. It's extracting it, theorizing, okay, forming hypotheses, and a lot of times based on what they want it to be, not what it actually is. Okay, or their particular worldview from wherever it is they come from, and they're not flowing with it, and trying to teach it to a generation of people who have been taken out of the habitat, out of the nature that they're one with, that they flow with, okay, and then try to tell them this is what it is. It's like, no, motherfucker, we know what it is. Our parents know what it is. Our grandparents know what it is. We don't have to sit there and put it in no book and memorize to take a test to understand it. No, we flow with it. You don't. But I feel like this is what they seek to do. But the problem is they're opposed to it. Their very nature is opposed to it. So instead of flowing with it, they want to reign and rule over it. Okay, and they think you can help. They think you know. Okay, they think you have answers to their questions. They think you can see. Okay, what it is they're not able to see. This fire, again, this man is holding in his whatever that is, his scepter or whatever. Okay, possibly maybe because I'm a fire sign. I don't know. Okay. I'm hearing it's more than that. It's the abundance, okay, of the soul, okay, that they see in your soul, okay, abundant light being. I am hearing, okay, this is what they see. This is how they feel about you, and they feel that you can tell, okay, tell them all. I'm hearing erasure, like erasure or something like that. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep on going. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm the only person here. Okay. There may be others. Okay. But this may be what they want from me. Who knows what they want from you? They may see you from a different perspective. Okay. But it's to help them. I'm telling you, they're in a place they're not home. This is not their home. What is this? Okay. Sin of the ancestors. Sins of the ancestors. This is not their home. This is not. They're not. They don't flow. They're not part of this realm. You know how they say that we're like, our bodies are however whatever percentage of water and the same minerals that you find in the soil and the earth you find in the human body. That's why we want to eat foods from the earth, okay, from the soil, because we're replacing what is being lost. We're one with it, okay, but they are not. They rule and reign from another space. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if wherever they came from, it was destroyed here by fire. There's something about fire here. Okay, diametrically opposed. Once again, is what I'm hearing. Okay, but it's something about fire. The fire that rules and reigns within. Okay, they believe here. Okay, that you can tell them, that you can help them. Okay, and show them the way, show them the answers. Okay, you may look at them as human beings, but this is what they may look like. Okay, it's like they wear the human suit. Okay, or you hear about these aliens or whatever that do look like human beings. Okay, they look like us. Okay, or we look like them. Okay, all right, let's keep going here. Yeah, 5 of torches. It's like they're lost here. Okay, see them with the torches. Again, the light here in the woods, in nature, out in nature, trying to discover, trying to look at the footprints. They're trying to figure out what that is. Okay, all right. See, someone is someone is being here, heard, or taken. Something happened to this person based off of, see what's here in the darkness. The darkness, not necessarily the darkness of the woods, but that they don't understand. Okay, that they don't know, because they're not, again, they're not one with it. They don't flow with it. They're from another time, another space, another area. I'm here, another realm, another part of the world. Okay, not just the earth world. Okay, right. And I don't know, possibly, I don't think so. Okay. So they're looking for help. They're looking for assistance. I don't know if these people are dying off. Hold on. I'm hearing they're dying. Many of them are dying. Okay, they're losing like I'm hearing like their soul, their life. Okay, like they've lost. Okay, maybe they feel like it's a battle that they've lost. They could not obtain the information that it was that they were looking for. Okay, so this may be a part of the creation of these apps here, these psychological operations. Okay, so to find out what it is that they need to find out from the human mind here. Okay, so they can they want to rule it. It's not so much they just want to rule over people, okay, humanity. No, they want to rule the earth. Okay. But these are like children. Because I just heard, well, I want my part too. They're like children. Hence the world, these things that, however, whatever way they was able to get control. Okay, and create these agencies and work in these agencies and so on and so forth. Okay, and so they are sitting in positions of authority, quote unquote authority. What are the people going to be like? They're going to be like those that are their quote unquote leaders. This is what is happening to humanity, becoming like children, which I stated before on another video. And this is what these are like. They're like infants, toddlers, I'm hearing. Okay. When we talk about in the realm of the existence, okay, and the manifestation of all. Okay, it's like they're a newer breed. I'm hearing. Okay, I feel like wherever they came from, whatever they built, it was destroyed. Like I said, it did not last. Okay, for whatever reason, and now they're coming here, or they've come here to try to rule. Okay, and then destroy again, like toddlers. You know how it is when you buy your kids stuff for Christmas, toys for Christmas. They used to tell us, you better not tear that shit. In other words, you better not tear that shit up, because that's what children do. They play with it, and they don't know how to appreciate because they're still yet a child. So they end up tearing things up. That's what these people are like. Whoever these entities are, whatever these beings are, they're like children, toddlers. Okay, they can present themselves in a fashion, I feel like, that is that rulership, regulate, okay, authority. They know how to present themselves as such. Okay, but they aren't the manifestation of that. That's not what they are. Okay. And the sad thing is, I just heard that word I keep saying, is it diametrically, whatever, I have to look it up. Okay, opposed to anything good, because they don't understand good. It's like they only understand bad. Almost, again, not like toddlers are bad, but toddlers have to be children, and they have to be trained. They have to be taught. Okay, you can't just go over there and slap the shit out of and slap the shit out of little Johnny. You understand? You just can't do that. But why can't I do that, Miss Lewis? You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not how we want to relate to one another. Okay, now go apologize to little Johnny. Okay, little Johnny, I'm sorry I slapped the shit out of your motherfucking ass, little Johnny. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. They have to be taught. That's what I mean. They're like toddlers. These entities here that have created these things that we think is so great and marvelous. These the quote unquote technological advances, which is really not all that, because this shit has existed before. Maybe not in the form of this little machine. Okay, it may be so. Okay, you talk about Atlantis, and you look on the walls of Egypt and stuff, and some of the things that we see. Okay, a lot of this shit has already existed. You talk about the computer chip; it's designed exactly like the way the temples were built in Egypt. It to generate a certain kind of power. Shit has already been done. Okay. But it's not so much the technology, the advancement of technology. What about the mind, the human mind? It is devolving to who and what these people are, that some, in whatever kind of way, have been able to sit in positions of power. Okay. Whoever put them there, however they got there, I don't know that. I don't know, because we let them, okay? Not like me and you, but somebody. Okay, here's solitude here. Maybe they were instilled some kind of fear into those that were actual who are a part of this time and space, who held position of power. Maybe they instilled some kind of fear into them to take those positions. I don't know. That's just, I'm just thinking. I'm looking at this card. I'm thinking that might have something to do with it. But these people here, they're afraid. Okay. They live in a deep amount of fear. Okay. It's like they're afraid of the reason. It's like they're afraid of the earth itself. They don't understand the earth itself. Okay, they're afraid of it, how it works. That's why they're so dead set on trying to control it, the weather and all of that, to try to rule over. Because, like I said, wherever they came from, I feel like was destroyed. And I was thinking about fire, but I'm here not by fire. There's something else. Maybe it resembles fire, because we're talking about a whole nother realm and world reality. Okay, where these people come, these energies, entities, whatever you want to call them, come from. Look at the fire. Look how he's scared as shit of that shit right up under his motherfucking ass. Okay, but it's like this. They don't want to live in fear. Okay, but that's why they're so opposed to. They're trying to control it. Okay, and also I feel like trying to control the human mind. Okay, trying to extract from the human mind whatever it is they can. Okay, whatever it is that they need to know so that they can live again. Okay, so it's kind of like they're willing to destroy those that are from this realm, who flow with nature, who are the very nature itself of it. You know, again, in the material aspect, that's like I said, we're made up of a great percentage of water, and the same thing that you find in the soil, the same kind of minerals, so on and so forth, in the soil is within us. Okay, physically, but they're willing to. I'm hearing like willing to destroy that. Okay, to have all. Okay, so I'm here so that they can live again. Okay, but it's like they want to try to find out, okay, all that they can, all that there is to know. Okay, I'm hearing before they're destroyed and ripped away from this realm. I even think maybe wherever these people are from, a great many of them may have, most of them, okay, deceased. I'm hearing left there. So I feel like most of them may have died, because the realm was destroyed. There is no more of it. Okay, there were a few that came here, few compared. Okay, here we have a growth. Okay, this is what I'm hearing they seek to do. They want to grow. Okay, and it's so funny because it's like in one respect they're opposed to it. The nature here, the earth here, they want to control it, okay, but they want to become one with it, but at the same time they want to rule it. Okay. It's not just about greed. It's about survival. They need to survive. Okay. And there's something about we left. Okay, like we left, maybe they left people there. There might be some kind of guilt or something like that. Here, change in the reverse. Okay, but these motherfuckers don't want to change. That's why they want to, again, okay, change is hard, but change is the only constant. Change is hard for human beings, okay? But once again, everything must change. Shit is going to change, okay? But this is why they want to rule over it, okay? But because they don't want to change. And here they want to be it. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, but what else you want to do? What here do you want to do with me? Okay. See, look at this. It is a science. Again, it is an experiment. Okay. We want to experiment. Look at how he looks. He looks crazy than a motherfucker. Okay? But like a kid. You know, I remember one time, I'm pretty sure, didn't they give my brother for Christmas one time one of them, science kits, experiment kits and whatnot? Okay, everything on this motherfucker looks too big for him. It just looks like some wild shit here. Okay, but you want to experiment here on the mind, on my mind. Okay, others too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm the only person. Okay, on the mind, but you're not. It's in the reverse. Okay, you're not going to get what it is that you're looking for. I'm not quite sure. I think I've said it enough. Okay, here, what they're looking for, the key here, it's the mind. but they're not finding it. They're not getting it. Okay, I'm here and they want you to tell them more. Please, I'm here and tell us more. Okay, more of what you know. Okay, you can help us. Again, these motherfuckers don't want to be left out in the cold. They don't want to be in the situation they were in before. But see, corruption here. Okay. This is almost kind of like what I was sensing. See how he's controlling her from behind her, okay? Maybe controlling her perception, okay, of what it is that she's reading, controlling her mind of what it is that she's reading here. That's what I'm saying with the app here. And here it is. I didn't even say this motherfucker's name, okay, as a day when I did. And yet here it is. I'm saying his name 2 times, okay, more than once today, okay, on the motherfucking app, okay. You know, trying to control my mind, trying to control the mind, okay, so that I can tell them what it is that they seek, what it is that they want to know, trying to control my perception of how I'm seeing things. These people, these energies here, they operate on fear. Why do they operate on fear? Because they live in fear. Okay, they are fear-based. They are a fear-based culture. I'm hearing a fear-based people, but understandably so. Okay, given their background. Okay, what it is that they went through, what it is that they came from. But once again, the mind, that they're like toddlers, they're like children. Okay, so they do these types of things instead of just being direct, and instead of just going with the flow of things. Okay, and you can find, and basically what I'm saying to you is what we are finding with these people here, who have followed behind these people who have given us some kind of way of have taken over and taken control and given us Hollywood and all the bullshit, and okay, and then the apps and the culture of bullshit and whatnot. And what we're finding is that people, human beings, are becoming like them, living in fear, very much fear-based. Okay, living in a spirit of lack. Okay, if I can't have it, then you can't have it. And all you understand what I'm saying? Trying to control you. This is what the one girl was doing to me last night, trying to control my mind. Okay, so she did before. That's what all that black magic witchcraft shit is about. Okay, trying to control the mind of someone else, trying to control what it is, their will. This is what this motherfucker is doing here. This is what these people do. These energies do that, again, some kind of way have been put in positions and seats of power and control with these various agencies and various institutions. Okay, through our culture, they've taken over. It came in the reverse. Okay. You're not going to get, look. That's what I'm saying. Look. You're not going to get what it is that you seek. Because it is not through the power and the control to get the information. Because all you're going to do, because I'm sure that you're watching, all your people are going to do is the same thing. You take the power and the control, which you have a lot of it, and then you control the earth, but put force behind it and destroy it too. What? Okay, and then it'll be even less of y'all to go to the next realm or planet or whatever the fuck it is and do the same shit. Okay, I'm hearing you are not worthy, but the problem is it's not so much that you are not worthy. You're not grown. You have not grown. You are not adults. You are still toddlers. You are still you're toddlers. You're children. Okay, your mind is that of a child. Okay. Children are not to be put down. I'm not putting them down. Okay. See Ace of Beakers in reverse. Okay. You don't work from a spirit of love. You and your people. You work from a spirit of fear. What's the opposite of love? Fear. There is no love and fear. You don't work. You want to survive. You want to keep going. You want to live. But yet you want to do it from, you don't want to change. You want to do it from a spirit of fear, destruction, control, force. Only to destroy yourselves again. Not just the people that are already here and who've been here. No, but, and the earth itself. No. And then lose all the more. It's dumb. This what you want? This what you're looking for? You want me to tell you some shit? Okay, I'm telling you. You're watching. Give a fuck about the numbers and shit you're watching. These are your answers here. King of Torches, upright. Okay. You want to grow, be strong man, be a leader, and so on and so forth. Okay, what you're doing from the spirit of fear and the lack of love, experimentation, so on and so forth, through force. Okay, is not going to bring you to this place of enlightenment and being true. Okay, leaders within the self first. Okay, with your own people. I'm hearing corrupt. Okay, your own selves. Okay, you fucking destroyed what I don't know. Did y'all destroy where you came from, or was it just destroyed? I don't know. It was just. No. Okay, I'm not picking up on that. You want to destroy the imagination. That's why you create these motherfucking apps. You want to destroy the imagination. You want to destroy the human imagination and creativity so you can rule and control. But again, it's because you live in fucking fear. Okay. Eight of Beakers in reverse. Okay. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. It's not working. Whatever you're trying to do, it's not working. And you keep doing the same shit. That's the thing. You keep doing the same. You keep doing the same shit over. And this is why humanity has become what it is. Fucked up and dumb. And like children, you keep doing the same shit over, like the bitch last night, over and over and over and over again, and not accomplishing shit. But destruction, which is destruction for you. You want to try to find some kind of way. Why does this keep happening? Why does it? And it's so funny. People may be watching me thinking, "Oh no, these people aren't like this. They're more powerful." No, they're not. That is the illusion. It's an illusion. They're good at that. Illusion. Why does it keep happening? Why does it keep not working? Because you won't change. You keep trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. It doesn't make any sense. And you're making things worse. You know, if at least, goddamn, at least know for yourselves. Okay, but for the realm, okay, that you were allowed in. I'm gonna say that. You refuse to find a different way. It's a child. That's what you know. I work with him. You have to teach him. No, little Johnny, that didn't work yesterday. That didn't work a few minutes ago when you did it, so let me show you a different way. Okay, Miss Louie. But I wanted, but it didn't work. So now let's do what's going to work. But you don't want to change. You don't want to, again, because you're children. Here we have the Nine of Torches upright. Okay, and the Ace of Torches here in reverse. Excuse me. Why seek the knowledge from people who can tell you if you're not going to listen? Who you figure they got it, like they can tell us what to do, but you won't listen. You seek power through these dark groups and all of that type of shit. Okay, whatever. But what's happening is you're holding on to. I'm not quite sure here. Hold on. You seek the ways, I feel like, of not the hidden, not the knowledge of the hidden. I don't know. I mean, but the hidden knowledge for your light. But at the same time, it's like, but you still stay, so you have that knowledge, however you've gotten it. Okay, I'm hearing it was given to us. Yeah, would have to be. But it hasn't truly empowered you. No, it's not that. You seek it. I'm wrong. You use it to disempower those that can be of empowerment to you. What's the point of having it to destroy the world, to destroy for destruction? That means you're going to be destroyed as well. Is that what you want? If that's what you want, then why are you bothering me and anyone else? I don't understand. You want to disempower the world here, the realms here, so that you can have full control and sit in the seat of power and rule over what? Just dark space? I mean, what? I don't understand. Watch, I'll be in my bed tonight and I'll be like, oh, that's what that meant. Nah, I get it now. Okay. Look, aliens. In the reverse, you don't present, you cover, you present yourselves. You cover who and what you truly are. Okay? You're not of this realm, this world here. Anything else? I mean, they want you to tell them secrets. Hell, don't y'all got them all? I mean, there's more to be told. So much more. Well, you're not going to get it from doing that type of shit on my YouTube. And you damn sure ain't going to get it. I ain't got a check yet. Not one. See, you all don't act in fairness. Comes in your toddlers, you just take. That's what children do. Just take, because they have to be taught. Know that you have to share. It's give and take. You can take, but you have to give. That's fair. That's balance. I ain't got a check yet. You ain't fixed the shit with the woman who done stole my motherfucking money. My mail still ain't coming to me. I be on here all the motherfucking time talking about the shit. These motherfuckers who done did shit in my name and whatnot probably. I mean, what the fuck? See, this is what you're doing. This is what you all are doing. In the name of authority. It's not authority. It's not true authority. You just have an expectation. Question 2, my ass. Don't bother me while I'm trying to fucking sleep. I need rest too. See, I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. What time it is? What time it be being? Oh, I gotta go. You get what I'm saying? Okay. But, whatever. I just was like, okay, these are these. What? I don't want to see that motherfucker's name. Shit. You understand what I'm saying? Give me some money. Give me a check. I know other people may like, this bitch is crazy. I know you are. This bitch is crazy. She just as crazy as that other bitch over there that's bothering her. Y'all have favor. And be blessed. Peace.